So beautiful. How do we create safe spaces in a world that feels so scary, right? Every person experiences their own world within this universe, and what you've experienced growing up, how safe you felt, how secure your environment was, how supported you were, how nurtured you were, and how valued you were really impacts how you experience yourself in the world. It really is that it is the lens through which you see all of yourself and all of your reality. So how do you create safe spaces for those who you love to hopefully provide a reality in which they feel more secure, a lot more secure than you did? In the course in recovery module 1, we went into depths around safe spaces, but I want to share just a little tidbit of that with you here. In order to create safe spaces, you cannot protect others if you fail to take care of yourself. That's the first thing. You cannot provide anyone else with a safe space. You cannot hold a safe space for anyone else, your children, your sisters, your friends, your family, your loved ones, if you're not able to take care of yourself. You are not a safe space if you tolerate abuse of any kind. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking, well, he treats me like that, but not the kids. Yeah, I'm going through this with her. She can be a bully, she can be really manipulative, but she's good to the kids. I deal with this with her when we're together, but she doesn't treat other people that way, or he doesn't treat other people that way. No, 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 no. You're missing something. I do not treat you based on how much I love you. I do not treat you based on the value of our relationship. I do not treat you based on how worthy you are. I treat you based on who I am. How I treat you is based on my character. And that is who I'm going to be with each and every one, depending on how it serves me. And when my needs require, that is who I'm going to be with everyone. No difference to children, no difference to adults, everyone. All right? So allowing someone to be in our homes, allowing someone to be a part of our lives who do not respect, who have a lack of respect, a lack of honoring, a lack of consideration, has a tendency to be a bully, to be abusive, is making a decision to expose the people we love to that. And we've got to be willing to acknowledge that. Okay. If you don't want, well, let's just face it. We know that a snake has a particular character, right? And we have healthy fears perhaps around that. A lion has a particular character. A dog that is not familiar with you, that is afraid of you, you expect that dog to bite. Are you going to let them come into the space with your children, knowing that that is your expectation of them? When it comes to human beings, we completely override who they show us and tell us they are because of who we want them to be. And that's a blind spot. Emotional safety. Let's take a look at that. What is emotional safety? You value others. You value their thoughts. You value their beliefs. You value how they choose to move in life, right? You value their free will. You value their ideas, their concepts, their creativity, even if it doesn't match yours. That's an emotionally safe space. If you can't do that, you're not an emotionally safe space. Okay. You value yourself. Okay. You're not compromising your own values in order to be in compromising situations that do not value you, and sort of making them fit together, merging them and saying, well, it's because of my faith, this is the right, it's because of my religion, this is the right thing to do, right? Or it's because this person hasn't done it to me, so it's okay. But I've seen them do it to everybody else, right? Number 3, you feel valued in your relationships. You feel a sense of value. When you are around people, you don't question your worth. You don't question your value. You don't question yourself. When you're around them, you feel you feel uplifted, you feel celebrated. Those are emotionally safe spaces. Number 4, you can be yourself without judgment. That's an emotionally safe space. You can come into my space and you can be whoever you are. And I'm not going to try and convince you that maybe your religious belief is wrong, or maybe how you see the world is wrong, or maybe how you that philosophy is wrong, or maybe how you dress should change. No, I'm going to create space to honor you and to help you navigate ways to honor yourself more. That's a safe emotional space. All right? I'm not trying to manipulate your beliefs. I'm not taking a position of superiority in order to control how you see the world or how you navigate it. Number 5, respect boundaries and consent. Respect boundaries and consent. So, asking, are you comfortable with doing this? Very often, especially around family, 2 or 3 people make a decision about what's going to happen and everybody else just needs to go along. There's no checking in, even with the kids. Are you comfortable with doing this? Respect boundaries and consent. Number 6, practice transparency. Be open. Be transparent about what you're struggling with, where your behavior's coming from, where your actions come from, where your perspective's coming from. Be open about how you're feeling, comfortable, uncomfortable. Communicate. Especially with your children. Don't try and be this stone wall of perfection. That is not what they need. They want to be able to connect with you, to feel safe with you, and you need to trust them in order for them to feel like you've let them in. Of course, not inappropriately, but your children learn from you. They learn how to navigate life from you, and if there's parts of yourself that you hide from them because you're ashamed of it, what they learn from you is shame, and not to own that space or that relationship in their lives. Number 7, foster accountability and follow through. Very important. It's not about who can strong arm the other person, who can be the biggest bully, who can be the most aggressive. That's not discipline, and that's not a safe space. It's about saying, this is what we all need, discussing it. This is what we need for everybody to feel safe and valued in this home, and this is how we're going to hold that space, and be consistent about it. Don't tell them, this is what you should do, but you do something else. Or say, I want you to do this, but then tomorrow you blur those lines. Be accountable. Be accountable. Be willing to listen and be accountable for the role you play. Okay, in the lives of your children, in the lives of your friends, in the lives of your family members, and your parents. And expect the same from friends. If someone does not show you they can be accountable and that they are willing to follow through on the promises they make, that is not a safe space emotionally. You are not safe in that relationship. So I hope that this has helped you just to at least begin to think about these things, and perhaps to begin to have the conversations, because the world is not going to become safer for us. We have to create a reality in which we are safe and secure, and our loved ones are safe and secure. And each and every one that makes the decision to do that, it creates a ripple effect, and we'll have safer societies. Love and light.